And welcome to Friday, to day 10. We did it. You've completed the 2-week challenge of fitting in fitness together. And I'm so proud of you. I'm also so proud of me. I showed up every day that I said I would, and you have showed up too. Now, listen, if this is your first time catching this, you're like, I didn't do the whole thing. Or, you've been tracking with me, you've caught what you've caught from the 10 videos I've done, the 10 daily posts that I've done in the Big Family Moms group. But right now you might be thinking, okay, I'm done, but I didn't do everything. I didn't set out and finish all the original goals that I came into this with. It's so easy at milestones like these to beat ourselves up and almost like cancel out the progress. Like, do you ever do that? I know I do that. I think it's our human nature sometimes, just because of like fear in our hearts. And we just think, oh, perfection, if it's not perfect, then it's not good enough. And we just sort of cancel it all out. And instead of speaking words of life over ourselves, we treat ourselves in a way that we probably would never treat a friend or one of our beloved children. If you think of like toilet training, to use a relatable example as a big family mom, when our children are just learning a whole new skill, something they're not used to or they haven't really implemented at a high level of mastery, we don't dump all over them, right? Because it's going to discourage them so much. Like, what reasonable parent, what reasonable mom would say to their child when they're, hit and miss in the early stages of getting into a whole new routine, right? A whole new thing that requires thinking and recognizing and implementing. And then just say, like, ugh, look at you, more misses than hits. We don't do that, right? As a homeschool mom, I don't focus, like, I do need to point out to my children when there's room for improvement, certainly, but I don't do it like in this shaming way because it's going to crush their spirit, right? And they're like, why bother? Why bother, right? You probably, like, right now, you've got people in your life who speak to you like that. They just pour like hydrochloric acid all over the little plants that you've been nurturing in the garden of your heart, the garden of your life, rather than giving, clean water, sunshine, encouragement, maybe putting up some shelters. There are people, and we can even be those people who just tear up the little sprouts, right? And what farmer would do that? What mom would do that? What friend would do that? But I could do that. And I think, this goes back all the way to day one, right? Just our own kind of stuff that we've got in our heart. And when it comes to fitness as a big family mom, especially if you've got a record like I do of back-to-back pregnancies and just like, always like, I got to get back on the horse every time and get back to it once I'm safely postpartum, it can be really easy at milestones like these. And we're like, okay, we got to the end, but I'm nowhere where I wanted to be. I didn't do it as often as I did. So if that's you and you're tempted right now not to celebrate because you think there's nothing to celebrate, I want to encourage you to just flip a little switch in your head. Think for a second, talk to yourself in your head or even now out loud to yourself. I'm doing this too with you, like you would a friend or a beloved child. Because sometimes we can just relate to that. We're like, well, of course, I would never do that to my kid. I would never talk to my friend like that. Or, my sister, whoever you're really close with. You would encourage them and say, hey, it's good to be honest and say, okay, maybe I didn't hit all the things I planned to hit, but what did I do? Take a moment right now and be like, what did you do these past 2 weeks? Wherever you tracked, whether you started from the start or you kind of caught this halfway through, wherever you started, whatever goals you set for yourself, however you hit those. I mean, what did you do? And even if you're just like, I kept showing up, I just kept showing up, you know, that's worth celebrating. Breathe life over that because the good word says, as a man thinks, so he is. That's Proverbs 23:7, I believe. Oh, yeah, Proverbs 23:7, right? The power of life and death is in our tongue. I could talk about this at length, but the principle applies that it's so powerful. When we get to these points of celebration, of milestones of completion, we could choose to focus on what we didn't do and be like, boom, instant F failure. But really, I think that's just fear in our heart and being like, just give up now. Never going to work. You're never going to get to your bigger goals. Like, oh, what could you do in 2 weeks? Or you could choose to speak life and say, here's what I did do. Okay. Here's what I did do in my heart, in my day, in my week, in these past 2 weeks, whatever this looks like for you. Be your own best friend in word, in deed. Make sure, and when you do that, it's so powerful. I mean, the science has actually studied this, what God already has done and designed in our bodies, the connection between our mouth and our tongue. It's fascinating. I'm going to show you a trick next week in the group. Something like it blows my mind every time, the power of our tongue. And I'm not talking necessarily about like, oh God, give me $1 million and just like dumps on my front lawn, or something like that. I'm talking about power of how we really do have a level of power that releases things not only neurologically in our brains, like synapses that just start firing, and we're like suddenly start to think with possibility and hope and life, and suddenly we get to see ways in our day that we can fit in fitness. Suddenly we remember to grab our water and have a drink of water more than we did yesterday. So this is a pivotal point where you could cancel it all out, tear it up and throw it away, because maybe you, like me, have been prone to discourage yourself in the past. Or you could say, no, I'm going to take inventory of what went well, what small and real steps I have taken, or even just things I've learned, and now I'm going to implement it a step further. So today, as we celebrate together, I want to encourage you, and go ahead and share in the comments below, what's one thing that you're celebrating? Like I said, even if it's a small thing, you're like, I drank some water yesterday. I bought a new water bottle, or I got a piece of equipment, however you're doing it. I went for a walk with the kids. I did some stretches. I remembered when I was brushing my teeth this morning to like tighten up my abs, if that's something you're wanting to do just for you, just small little things. It matters. It counts. It's real. So breathe life over it. It's more powerful than you may realize as you move forward from here. And instead of this just being like 2 weeks of nice ideas, this is about the beginning. And if you get off track again, that happens. It's life. But kind of like merging on a highway of your life, the highway cuts through the big city. I live in a small town. You can get back on at the next on ramp, right? You can okay, detour like a GPS that goes off and it's just like rerouting, rerouting. You can come back on and it's okay. This is all going to be saved in the Big Family Moms group in the guide section. So wherever you're catching this in the future, or if you're still catching this live, it's all there for you. You can come back to this and go over it again and be encouraged. Of course, you can always connect in the community of Big Family Moms to just like, you've got some really specific question. I'll be doing a live Q&A next week. So if you want to connect one-on-one with me, so and actually share with me what you're going through as a Big Family Mom and get some coaching, some free troubleshooting, that's going to be available. I do that twice a month, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time in my Big Family Moms community. That's where I show up totally for free and give you me for half an hour. And that's very valuable because I have 11 children, but I'm there to help you, to support you. And if you're really struggling with a routine, you're like, I need to get more in a routine so that this is going to stick. I've got a link below to my Big Family Home course, and that's there to show you exactly how I do it every day as a Big Family Mom, because I did not start out knowing how to do this. My mom didn't set me up for, and God bless her, I love her, she's not on Facebook, she's not going to hear this, and we talked about it, but yeah, like she wasn't prepared. You can go back generationally. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know how to fit in fitness, get into a routine, balance all the stuff as a Big Family Mom. So if that's you and you want to move forward on a stronger footing with support of a community, with strategies and learning from a Big Family Mom who's been there, done that, and will show you how in a gracious, do it at your own pace way. Everything's there for you. Grab it when you're ready. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. And ooh, there's like a fly. It keeps coming up my face. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. It's just a housefly. It's all there for you. I'm here for you. And it's been an honor to do this journey with you. So thank you for trusting me with this time. Thank you for sharing with me all the comments. I read every single one of them. And it encourages me to keep showing up and helping you in a way that I wish I'd been helped as a Big Family Mom early on in my journey when nobody to talk to and nobody was doing it, screwing it up every day. So as we finish this up, this lovely 2-week journey we've shared together and move forward, like I said, if you feel like condemnation is just right there at your shoulder, just speaking all those words of death and you're agreeing with it in your heart, and here it's coming out of your head, you're swirling around, coming out of your own mouth, reach out to me in the comments below, reach out in the community of Big Family Moms, because very few of us were ready for this Big Family Mom stuff. Very few of us really know how to just easily fit fitness back into our life, especially when we've got littles and we're pregnant again, we've got a health situation going on. You are surrounded. God is with you and within you, and he has created communities of women that we may not live in like in the same neighborhood. That was so awesome. We can connect together through this amazing, crazy platform of the internet and support each other, speak life into each other. And sometimes all you need is just to know you're not alone. There are other women like you. You can do this, and you can do it in a way that really fits for you. So it's all there for you. I look forward to connecting with you in the group. And remember, as we close this up, this is only a couple of hours left for the actual prize, the grand draw that I'm doing. For everyone who participated, there will be a final post at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard today, where you will have a special gift from me. I just thought of it right before I went live this morning. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I just really feel like God put something on my heart to give you a gift. So be a little secretive about it, but and I just don't want to spoil the surprise. So if you've been tracking with me through the live challenge, and even if you're just catching this as like your first day doing it, it's still going to be available for you too. I have a grand prize coming, but I've just decided to put another gift. Anybody can get it in the post only that's going to be in the Big Family Moms group this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So check that out. Pop me a comment below. That'll keep you in the draw. I'll be announcing the winner tomorrow, but there's a gift for anybody who grabs today's post at 1 o'clock. So go ahead and check that out. God bless you. I'm just going to check in the chat reel here, see if anyone wants to chat real quick before I go. All right. Have a beautiful weekend wherever you're catching this. I know some people will be catching this in the future. So wherever you're at in your life journey, God bless you as you do this. You've come this far. Celebrate the success. Comment below, because when we share, it's dynamic, it's powerful, it sticks more, it just sticks, right? So yeah, I feel like I could just hang out with you longer and share because of my own reflections, but I look forward to hearing yours. What has it been like? Tell me one thing, no matter how tiny you think it is, just like you would with your BFF. Look forward to reading your comments below. Talk to you later.